In this episode of Casters Guild, we will be playing the silent role-playing game Alice is Missing. In order not to break immersion, we will not be reading ads during this episode, so to help us out, please check out the links in the description down below. Alice is Missing is a game about the disappearance of Alice Briarwood, a high school junior in the sleepy Northern California town of Silent Falls. During the game, players use their phones to send text messages to each other as they unearth clues about what happened to Alice. This episode is a reading of the text thread that resulted from the game. In the description of this episode, you will also find a link of the text copied and pasted. We recommend that you read along for the best experience. Because of its immersive nature and dark theme, games of Alice is Missing can get into heavy or difficult content. Therefore, listener discretion is advised. My name is Rick Perry, and I will be playing Charlie Barnes. I moved away from Silent Falls with my mom at the end of last school year after my parents divorced. I'm now returning to stay with my dad for winter break, and I'm hoping to see Alice and the others while I'm here. A few days ago, Alice stopped responding to me, and I haven't heard from her since. Charlie has always been a scrawny little kid. His favorite class has always been math. Due to a series of bad bowl cuts throughout elementary school and middle school, I kind of buzzed my head in 8th grade, and, clippers or scissors haven't touched it since, so I'm pretty shaggy. I've kind of had to learn to be pretty self-dependent because now that I'm living with just my mom, she works a lot, so she's never home, so I'm doing everything for myself. My background question was, what kind of teenager is Alice? And Alice has always been really into music. It's her whole personality. She's always got her earbuds in. She's always listening to something new. She's always trying to go to a show. That's actually how we became friends, because one day I came up to her and asked her what she was listening to, and she let me listen to one of her earbuds, and we've been friends ever since. Alice's brother, Jack Briarwood, has kind of always been there for me because we're both kind of coming from some broken families, and when Jack decided that he was going to be protecting Alice, he also decided he was going to be protecting me as well, so since we were kind of always together, and I've been the youngest of the group. Not that long ago, Julia and Alice got into kind of a big fight. I don't really remember 100% what it was about, but Alice kind of forgave Julia after that fight, but I still remember all of the late night conversations and about how much Alice was hurt, and I haven't really forgiven Julia for that yet.
I am Guildmaster Baron Kane, and I will be playing Evan Hallwell. He is one of the weird kids in high school. He's 16 years old. He's got some shaggy hair, a teeny tiny mustache that he is very proud of, and he's a heavy-set, kind of chubby guy. He is not really good with the popular crowd, but he does have his own little small group of friends that he likes to game with and gain his companionship from, and he likes to wear his weird as a shield to keep the popular kids at bay, who will tend to pick on him if left to their own devices. His background, it's a rumor that he's heard about Alice that he just does not believe is true, and that rumor being that she is dating one of the popular guys in their high school, and he just doesn't believe it. And with Dakota Travis, he knows that Dakota does not care about Alice as much as he does, and he is very protective of Julia North.
My name is Ray Silvertongue, and I will be playing Jack Briarwood, Alice's older brother. I am a tall, lanky, about 18, the oldest of the group that Alice hangs out with, and Jack has black, lazily curling hair. The sides are overgrown and an undercut that he hasn't cut since winter started. His favorite classes are art and history class. He doesn't really have a life outside of school at this point. Jack's background is to tell us about why you and your sister's home life has been so difficult the last few years. I've really felt inclined to take care of Alice since our dad died, and our mom fell into a bender that she hasn't really been able to dig herself out of in the last couple of years. So I work 2 jobs after school. My weekends are entirely taken up by that, and then when I'm not doing that or in class, I'm hanging out at home trying to take care of things or Alice herself. Besides that, Alice's friend Dakota, I don't really think that she likes me much. I end up having to be the voice of reason when she and Alice are hanging out a lot. And I've always wanted to be friends with Evan, but I find his weird shield a little bit overwhelming for me a lot of the time.
My name is Sarah. I will be playing Dakota Travis. I'm Alice's best friend. I'm a 16-year-old kind of lanky teenage girl. I've got red, mousy hair, brown eyes, and freckles. Background is something that other people might find annoying about Alice, but I appreciate. Alice is very blunt, and I appreciate that in a friend. And relationships, I know how Evan really feels about Alice, and Charlie and I have never really gotten along.
My name is Tiffany, and I'll be playing Julia North. I am an acquaintance of Alice's. I was a transfer student last year to this school. I'm from the South, and I absolutely hate the cold that we are having right now. You can find me bundled up in all types of layers. I would be considered a hippie farmer. So I really like to plant plants and do all the outside stuff while also reading a book. I love English and art. I absolutely am obsessed with music. In fact, that's how I met Alice. She and I were at the same concert venue. We were watching The White Rabbit. And we just sparked up a wonderful friendship over this band. We geeked out over it. Charlie and I started to become really good friends. We were almost besties before he moved away, but he's been super cold to me since then. And Evan knows a secret of mine, and he seems to be super protective of me over it, and I really appreciate it.
All right, so let's go over our suspects and locations and tell a little something about them.
It was obviously the ex-boyfriend.
Okay. Can you tell us who that is and why they're suspicious?
Ryan Groggins. Evan is very suspicious of Ryan Groggins, and I think that if he wasn't directly responsible, he knows what's up. I never liked the guy.
I'm picking CJ Wallace. Dude's creepy as hell. Anytime Alice and I are going for a walk or hanging out outside or something, he's always out there on his porch staring at us. And there have been times where I've been walking over to Alice's house where he's been trying to talk to her. And I don't know, he just gives me weird vibes. I don't like him. I think he's got something to do with it.
With David Nelson, the popular kid, I'm not blind to the rumor mill, so I've heard the rumor that Alice is starting up a new relationship with one of the popular kids, and frankly, I don't trust that jock as far as I can throw him.
I never really liked the Dripping Dagger nightclub. Me, Jack, and Alice have had to drag their mom out of there on more than one occasion, and I've never liked the looks that Alice has gotten while we're in there. It's just always made me uncomfortable.
I'm going to go with Mr. Halbert, the history teacher. So Alice and I have a class together there, and he is constantly gazing at both of us. I don't know if he saw something, but he always gives me this really creepy vibe, and he's always calling on us and always asking us to stay after class for extra credit, and it's just really weird with him.
I don't know. I feel like if we were to look for her, I really think that it would probably be at the Callisto Rivers State Park. She's always going out into nature, and Ryan knew that. So I believe that it would be that way.
I've never liked Bria Brown. Apparently, before me and Alice met, they used to be friends in second grade or something, but then Bria kind of got the glow up and Alice didn't, and she kind of left Alice behind and has been making fun of her. I don't know what that's all about, but I never liked her.
I really think that we should check out the old barn on Cambridge Street. Alice and I like to go on walks, and we always talked about kind of scoping the place out, but never really did. I don't know. Hopefully she didn't go off in there on her own or something, but I think it would be a good place for us to check just to make sure that nothing happened there.
I would be inclined to check out the lighthouse at Howling Sea Cliffs. That's where Alice used to go out with our dad on outings, and when she's upset, she still likes to go and hang out at the lighthouse.
So I'm kind of worried about the whole Silent Falls train station. She and I usually meet there pretty regularly for, class stuff. We have an ongoing project that we're trying to do, but she didn't come there the other night when we were supposed to meet. So maybe something happened there. We can kind of look around for some clues, but that's where I would like to look.
And now that we have properly introduced our characters, locations, and suspects, let's dive into the world of Alice is Missing. Silent Falls is a small coastal forest town in the heart of Northern California. It's quiet here, and since the recession a few years ago, people are not as friendly as they used to be. It's been a rough few years for everyone. The major high school in town, Franklin Academy, lies nestled in the wooded hills on the east side. It's the last day before winter break, and students shuffle down the hallways, dusting off a light powder of snow from their jackets. It's cold today. Down the main corridor, past the barren trophy case and peeling Franklin Academy decal plastered on the wall, hangs a bulletin board. A cluster of students are gathered at it, and around the edges we see old posters for student body elections, sign-ups for football next year, and reminders about the upcoming senior ball littered about like mousetraps. But as the students part, we land on the flyer that they are all huddling around. The following is a reading of a group text message between Alice's friends. Hey, sorry for the big group text, but I just got into town for winter break at my dad's and haven't been able to get a hold of Alice. Just wondering if any of you have spoken to her.
Charlie, buddy.
Alice went missing a few days ago, Charlie.
What do you mean missing?
She's gone, man.
If this is a joke, it's not a funny one.
No one has heard from her.
She left the house Wednesday night, and we haven't been able to get a hold of her.
She's not gone. We just haven't found her yet. We're going to find her.
Julia puts a crying face emoji.
Evan puts the screenshot of Alice's missing poster in chat.
Wednesday? That's like 3 days ago.
I correct Charlie by spelling Wednesday correctly.
The cops aren't taking it serious yet.
Now's not the time for your spelling master bullshit, Evan.
Not taking it serious. Have they even heard of the first 48?
Sorry, you know me.
Oh sure, I bet their partners watch it all the time. It's chill, Evan.
I mean, she hadn't been responding to my texts, but I don't know what I thought.
Anyone seen Ryan Groggins around?
Calm down, Charlie. Someone has to know something. We just got to figure out who, what. Will you help us?
I mean, we probably have a better chance of finding her at this point. Frankly, I'm done waiting around.
She hasn't responded to mine either.
I think if anyone is going to find her, it's us.
I haven't seen you all in forever. I just wanted to give her a hug.
We all do, buddy.
Fuck, did I need that hug.
I'll give you both hugs the second we find her.
We actually haven't really had a chance to put our minds together on this. The cops have really just proven their impotence. What do we know?
I heard she's been hanging around with David. I think I want to start there.
Who's David?
David? Nah, I don't think that's true. He's no one, Julia. Don't worry about it.
Popular jock, bitch. He's trash, to be honest.
He's just an asshole who runs his mouth.
I think Jack's right.
You would. Haha. JK.
Alice told me she found out some sick stuff about David.
What kind of stuff?
What kind of stuff?
Kind of. Oh, never mind.
Get off my brain like, Charlie.
I live here. Rent controlled. Can't evict me.
I missed you, kid. It's a shame you came back in time for all this mess.
I guess she saw him hurting a neighborhood cat or something. She didn't give me much detail.
Maybe he's who we needed to figure things out. What? Okay, even if it wasn't David, we should kick his ass anyway.
I mean, at least we can collect info faster with us gathered like this.
I say we interrogate him. See if he knows anything. We gotta find her. Broken heart emoji.
Yeah, if he's the kind of guy that hurts animals for fun, I wouldn't be surprised if he knew something or did something.
Anybody know where he hangs out?
I got it.
I really think that Ryan is a better lead.
He smokes weed behind the bowling alley. What? What makes you say that?
I guess they did break up kind of recently.
I mean, come on. We all know how he was when they were together, and she's the one that broke it off. It's been a couple months or more, I think.
Yeah, no, he was definitely an asshole.
Yeah, but that was even before I left. Hopefully he's gotten over it by now.
Why not both? We should definitely talk to both the assholes. See what they say.
I agree. It can't hurt, and we need all the leads we can get.
We could do that.
Split up and search for clues?
I'm kind of stuck at the house until my dad gets off work. Then he'll let me use his truck. Unless it's somewhere I can walk to.
I'll ride my bike down to the bowling alley to see if David's there.
Is there a place you can get to on foot? Any lead is a good lead, I guess, even if it isn't one of these two.
Well, I kind of have a clue. I missed a call from Alice the day she disappeared. It sounded like she was at the falls. I could hear water running, but couldn't really make out what she was saying.
Private message between Jack and Charlie.
Charlie, I think it might be my fault that she's gone. Alice was really mad at me on Wednesday.
She can be hot-headed, but I'm sure whatever you fought about wouldn't have her missing. What was it all about?
I don't super want to go into it. It was kind of stupid. I don't know.
I'm here, Jack, if you need to talk. I won't push, but I want you to know there's no way this is your fault. Alice loves you. I do too.
I love you too, kid. We'll find her. We gotta.
Who knows? Maybe she'll walk through your front door any minute now with new headphones in hand.
Return to group chat.
She really likes it out there.
You got a voicemail from her on Wednesday? She hasn't answered mine from Tuesday night. Did she sound hurt? Was she okay?
She's always liked the water. Dad used to take her out on it all the time.
Yeah, it was on Wednesday, and unfortunately I couldn't answer it. But like I said, I couldn't really hear her with all the water rushing in the background. But she sounded okay, and almost sounded like she didn't mean to leave a voicemail, though.
Shit.
Like she butt dialed you?
Well, someone definitely needs to head there.
Yeah, something like that. I mean, I definitely heard her on the voicemail, but it was mostly water.
Well, when I get the chance, I'm going to try to track down Ryan. He knows how much she likes it out there.
Fuck. Just rode past Jack's house. Creepy neighbors outside.
Found David. Fat lot of use it did. Says he hasn't seen or talked to her since school on Wednesday. Ugh. Throw a rock at his head. That's what I keep threatening to do.
Do it. I'll give you $1.
I'm gonna do it.
I'd like to talk to Ryan, too.
If you find him first, let me know.
We'll talk, in quotes, with the angry emoji face.
Most social activity that guy's gotten in months, probably.
I have more than $1.
Missed. Broke a window. Running.
Which window, Dakota?
Well, I guess I still owe you $1.
Fuck, Dakota, don't get arrested. Can't find Alice if you're locked up.
No, get arrested. That's a great strategy. Put a guy on the inside to see if they know anything about Alice. LOL.
Dakota, which window? Please tell me it wasn't the one we just got fixed after your last girls' night.
Not your window, Jack. Jesus fucking Christ. A creepy dude 3 doors down has a definite draft in his living room now.
Look, I've seen what you do to glass.
It was one time.
It was $350.
Wow, expensive window. Is anyone on their way to that park?
There may have been some existing structural damage that needed fixing. No, I'm headed back from the bowling alley now.
Private message between Jack and Dakota.
I'm sorry. I know you didn't mean to break the window, and it's chill. I'm just freaked out right now.
I get it, Jack. I'm freaked out too. Find her. Can I tell you something?
Of course.
So, Alice and I snuck out Tuesday night. We just wanted to look around in this old abandoned place we see on the way to school. We split up after, and normally she texts me once she makes it home, but I didn't hear back from her. I left her a voicemail and blew up her phone, but I didn't hear anything. Did she make it home that night? But she left Julia a voicemail on Wednesday, so she must have made it home before that, right?
She was home on Wednesday. We had a little bit of a fight and she left. I wish you guys wouldn't sneak out to places without telling me. What if something happens like this?
I'm sorry, Jack. We didn't think anything of it at the time. It was just a quick in and out.
Return to group chat.
I'm walking to the train station. A friend of my dad works there. I'm going to see if maybe Alice bought a ticket or something.
Found Ryan at the gas station, Evan.
Yo, I just got home and CJ's still hanging out over here.
Damn it! You got to him first. I really wanted to give him a piece of my mind.
Private message between Evan and Julia.
What happened? Are you being careful?
Okay, so I stormed up to him demanding to know where Alice is. Caught him off guard, but here he said he hasn't heard from her and was really worried because he hasn't seen her or seen her at her typical hangouts. I don't know if I believe him. I think he still likes her. I'm really worried.
Well, ask him why she had his jacket.
Hopefully to burn it.
I didn't really want to say anything since, but she gave me his jacket to hide.
What? Did she say why? When did she do that?
I don't know. I wish I did. She just came to me and told me to keep it safe. Had to have been 4 to 5 days ago.
Well, was there blood on it or anything? Did she say to hide it with, like, urgent panic? Or did she say with, like, a lovey-dovey face?
No blood or anything. Let me look at it again. No blood. It does smell freshly dry cleaned. It's his letter jacket.
That's really suspicious. And I don't like that. She told me that they were done. What if...
Don't even think about it.
I'm starting to get really worried. So I got a really weird text message the other day, and it was from a number I didn't recognize, and it said that they knew about me and Alice, and that they were really looking forward to seeing more of our intimate moments. It was really creepy, and it kind of freaked me out. I don't have Ryan's number saved. What if it was him?
Ryan or that creepy dude with the broken window?
Or our history professor. Ooh, he gives me the creeps. But either way, it's just... ew. They're all getting broken windows.
Yeah, I'll get the rocks. I'm so sorry, Julia. Frowny face.
Private message between Charlie and Julia.
So I'm not accusing you of anything, but what was going on between you and Alice the past few weeks?
If you had stuck around, you would have seen for yourself. She and I are just doing us.
Whoa, what's with the attack? You know I didn't have a say in moving, and I got back as quick as I could. I just know Alice has been talking about you a lot, more than anyone else, and I thought it might help if I knew what was going on. She's like a sister to me.
Alice and I have gotten a lot closer, formed a really strong bond. I just want to find her. I really miss her.
I know you both got in a really big fight right before I left. I know it's none of my business, and it seems whatever it was, Alice got over it. But can I ask what it was all about?
It was a personal matter. I accused her of something that wasn't true, but we talked it over and everything's okay now.
Okay.
Return to group chat.
What the hell does CJ want?
He keeps asking me if they found Alice's phone.
He's always got some boomer reason for bugging you. Does he even know how a phone works?
Why the fuck would he want to know if they found Alice's phone? I'm glad I broke his fucking window.
I don't know, it's really weird.
He wants to know about her phone? Why? God, that's disturbing.
They said they hadn't seen her at the train station. They told me to tell you that they were thinking about you, Jack. I did find half a full bottle of whiskey out here in the snow.
Guys, I just found out some shit.
Good, Evan, what do you have? Don't drink that, Charlie.
So I've heard that the barn, not a great place. There have been some rumors about some people lurking about.
Like a cult?
If you ask me, that's what it sounds like.
CJ finally left. Creepy dude.
But it's alcohol.
I know we aren't in Ohio, but there can be weird vampire cults here too.
What are you hearing? Anything specific?
Charlie, come on, man. You know how I feel about that stuff.
Fair enough. I'll chuck it. I promise.
I don't really feel right going into detail. Suffice to say, it's dark and dangerous.
Ryan doesn't know anything, by the way. He hasn't heard from her or seen her around lately. I don't know if I believe him.
If a vampire cult grabbed my sister, they're about to have a few problems.
Private message between Jack and Evan.
Will you spill? Any info helps, man, even if it's rough.
Just violent culty stuff. People taken there against their will.
Fuck, what the hell?
In this town? Actually, it makes sense. I bet Ryan's involved.
Man, what is it with that dude? Like, I know he and Alice didn't end on the best terms, but I didn't think he was that bad.
Just too many things lining up.
Return to group chat.
Holy shit, guys. I just saw on the news that Bria is missing too. Isn't she the one that was bullying Alice?
Yeah, I've had to tell her off a few times. Oh fuck, what if it is a cult?
Yeah, they used to be friends in elementary, I think.
Sorry, phone died. Any luck?
Private message between Jack and Dakota.
Be careful, okay? I know we all want to find her, but with Bria missing, too.
Shit. I didn't realize Bria's missing now, too.
Return to group chat.
She and Alice have the same coloring. What if it's like a sacrifice recruitment or something?
What?
Of course, Bria makes it on the news, and I have to find about Alice from you guys in a poster.
Fucking typical. Jack, I'm starting to agree. It's just too likely.
Well, at least we know you didn't get arrested, Dakota. I was starting to worry.
Her family can probably afford the coverage.
So, who's volunteering to check out the barn for signs of a murder cult?
I would, but I don't think I could make it out there.
I think I'm gonna check out the lighthouse, just in case she went out there.
So, Jack, I stopped in your house to check Alice's computer.
I didn't even think of that. Anything of note?
She has another Instagram account and uses the same password for everything, apparently. And she's been using it to talk to Ryan about wanting to run off together. Did anyone happen to get a hold of him yet?
I knew it!
The fuck? I'ma beat his ass.
Julia, I'm so sorry. Deletes it. Sorry, wrong chat.
Private message between Evan and Julia.
What do you mean you knew?
I mean, suspected, not really new. Come on, the jacket? I gotta tell the group.
I can't believe this. I'm so heartbroken right now and I don't know what to believe. If telling the group will help us find her, fine.
We will get through this.
Return to group chat.
Someone find Ryan before I decide to.
I'm messaging him now, but he hasn't seen it yet.
At the top of the lighthouse where Alice used to sit. Guys, I found a gun?
What?
What?
I just talked to Ryan at the gas station. He said he hasn't heard from her or seen her.
It's loaded, safety's still on, but it's just like up here.
Of course he said that. He wouldn't admit to anything on that other account.
I guess we have no way of knowing whose it is. Alice might not be the only one that goes up there.
Okay, guys. I have one more thing to add. I have Ryan's letter jacket.
Burn it.
I agree. Burn it. I'll help you.
Alice gave it to me to keep hidden.
Why would she want you to hide it?
She never said. She looked serious about it, but not scared.
Okay, so I realized I left my iPod at the train station when I went to go check it out, so I walked back, and shift had changed. The guy at the ticket booth says he saw Alice yesterday, but said she wasn't looking very good. He says he already reported it to the police.
Oh god, maybe she's still out that way.
I'm learning an uncomfortable amount about the secrets Alice has been keeping today, guys. This is a lot.
Was she alone?
What does he mean, quote, not looking very good, end quote?
Seconding Evan.
Injured? Sick? Upset?
Hungry, cold, strung out.
Charlie!
He described her as white as a sheet, wearing clothes she was swimming in.
Oh god, it's freezing outside.
Did he say where she went? If she bought a ticket? If she bought 2 tickets?
She doesn't swim in any of the clothes that she owns. What the fuck?
Sorry, I'm not a fast typer, and my fingers are freezing walking out here by the station.
Sorry, you're doing great.
He said she didn't buy a ticket, and when he tried to talk to her, she ran off.
I'm going out looking.
Honestly, at this point, the way he's describing things, I'm not sure it was her. Could have just as easily been Bria.
Ryan's here, guys?
Does he look guilty?
Here where? Your place?
Well, Bria isn't our friend, but she may need help too.
Kick his ass.
Lighthouse. I locked myself into the top. He's banging on the doors to the stairs.
Ask him about the cult!
Where he at? I'll come kick his ass.
Jack, call the cops. Grab something to defend yourself.
Fuck, guys.
You literally have a gun up there.
You literally have a gun!
If he busts down the door, you might want to use it.
He's yelling about how it was supposed to be perfect and they were supposed to run off together? What the fuck?
Jack, don't catch a murder charge, but do what you need to do.
I don't want to fucking shoot a guy. What the hell?
Well, we don't want you to fucking die either.
I'll do it. They say eyes are the windows to the soul. I'll break those too.
Does he know where Alice is?
He keeps saying she's gone. He won't answer anything.
Did you call the police yet?
Try to reason with him then. Tell him you're looking for her too.
My phone isn't making calls. I'm lucky it's got enough bars to text up here.
And then when his guard is down, break his windows.
Was there anything going on between him and Bria?
Fuck, he made it through one of the doors. If I can get him not screaming, I'll ask.
Sweep the leg!
Busy running.
I'm calling the police.
I'm pretty sure he was on the football team, and she's a cheerleader, so they definitely know each other. Jack, please tell me you're okay.
Private message between Julia and Dakota.
Hey, I'm just wondering, but how new were those messages to Ryan about them allegedly running away together?
They were right before she disappeared. She never even told me she was talking to him again.
She assured me that they were done. None of this makes sense.
None of it. I know we don't talk much, but I'll be honest, Julia, I'm so fucking scared.
Same, girl. None of this is okay, and it's so out of character for Alice. We can't lose her.
I'm just glad that she's been seen more recently than Tuesday. We'll find her.
Return to group chat.
Did you at least take the gun, Jack, or did you leave it?
I am going to head that way.
Jack?
I don't like that Jack's not responding. Fuck, I can't lose them both.
I'm heading over there.
Hiding? I found a place to hide.
Oh, fuck, thank God.
Charlie, don't start thinking like that.
Safe right now.
Whew, I was starting to worry.
Private message between Jack and Charlie.
I'm okay right now. I'm okay. I'm not going anywhere, bud.
Thank God. I just can't.
You won't. I'll make sure you don't have to.
Return to group chat.
He's throwing a bunch of shit right now. Did not want to be reasoned with. I think he took her, guys. Maybe she got away, though?
Are we sure he's talking about Alice?
Pretty fucking sure. Fuck. I think he's in this level of the lighthouse. I'm in a maintenance closet, guys. I don't have a lot to work with here, and I don't super want to use the gun that I found.
Guys, I know where she is.
What? Where?
Where?
Go get her while I have him.
How? Where?
I just got a phone call from her phone.
Jack, I know you don't want to have to use it, but please consider using it if you have to.
Tell us. What can we do? How can we help?
I couldn't make anything out, but I could hear noise or a voice, and then a train went by really close. And I heard the dinging at the train station.
Train station or the tracks. Take an extra coat, maybe not Ryan's.
The call came from the train station.
I am on my way.
I was just there.
Go, Julia!
Look harder this time.
I could be back there in less than 2 minutes.
I think Julia should go. It would be better if she approached her.
Okay.
I'm almost there.
Got out.
Way to go, Jack.
Are you okay?
Ryan found me. Got a couple hits in, but guns can be also used for bludgeoning, so that's good.
Give him one for me.
Do I just, leave him here? Should I tie him up?
Kick him in the jewels for Julia.
Tie him up. We don't want him running off.
You can't leave him. He could have everything to do with this. You have to turn him in somehow.
I called the police. They should be showing up soon.
Cops just got here. I've got to tell them what's going on.
Of course.
I found her.
Tell them Ryan broke CJ's window. What? Is she okay?
You found her? Oh my god, Julia.
He's awake again, yelling about how Alice was supposed to let him take her away from all this, freeing her from me and Mom. Fuck, is this what she thinks of me, guys?
But she's not responding to me. She's face up lying in the snow. Oh my god, guys, she's so cold, but she has a pulse. She's not responding to me. What the hell do I do?
Julia, tell her I'm sorry, please.
Call the police.
Oh god, blankets, and call an ambulance.
Chest compressions.
Calling an ambulance. Warm her up. Give her your jacket. Take her into the station.
I'm heading there now. The cops have Ryan. I'll be there as soon as I can.
Charlie, are you still nearby? Get the ticket booth guy out there to help.
Running as fast as I can. Fuck, it's so cold.
Oh, thank goodness. Mr. Halvert's here too. Maybe he can help us. I'm so scared. I don't know what to do.
I'll be there in 10 minutes.
Mr. Halvert is there?
Mr. Halvert? Why? You know what? Doesn't matter. As long as he can help.
He said he's going to help me drag her into the train station.
Wait, the history teacher?
Private message between Jack and Julia.
Try to get her warm. See if they have hot packs or anything at the station, please. I'll be to you guys as soon as I can, but the roads are real slick.
I'm doing my best. See you soon.
Return to group chat.
Something about this doesn't feel right.
Why wouldn't she have come home once she got free?
What is he doing out there?
I'm about to make it. Julia, where in the station are you?
Guys, I don't like this. He's helping me try to get her warm, but he keeps being inappropriate about it.
Scream for help.
Kick him in the cooch.
Tell him to back off and you've got it. We'll be there shortly.
Fuck, I hate that guy.
Gross.
Tell him we are almost there and we'll see everything and take him down if he doesn't stop.
I will tackle him. I'm already roughed up. I can handle a little more.
You still have that gun?
Cops took it.
Tell him the Civil War had nothing to do with states' rights and then drag Alice away while he lectures you.
She's still breathing, and I'm trying my best, but he's starting to get handsy. I swear to God, I'm going to kick him right in the face.
Julia, I'm still not seeing you.
We're in one of the back rooms.
Private message between Evan and Julia.
Oh my God, he knows. He's the one who sent me the creepy text message.
Fucking gross.
Return to group chat.
I just got here. Where are you?
Guys,
Julia?
Julia.
Charlie, where are you? I'm heading inside.
Guys, I'm looking in every room. I can't find them.
I'm heading over now too. Julia, please answer us.
Private message between Evan and Julia.
Julia, you have to answer. Julia, what is happening? Please, no.
Private message between Jack and Julia.
Julia, I swear to God, you better be okay.
Return to group chat.
Everyone, platform 2.
Running. I think I saw you for a sec, Charlie.
Guys, it's going to be okay.
Is Alice alright? What happened to Julia?
Please, no. I loved her.
We're all here. It's going to be all right now. We'll make it all right now.
Thank you guys so much for coming. Alice and I wouldn't have survived without you.
The following are voicemails that were left for Alice before it was discovered that she was missing.
Hey, Alice, it's Charlie. Sorry for all the texts recently. I just haven't heard from you. I'm really excited. I'm coming back in for winter break. I wanted to see you and everybody else. I know you've been really bummed out lately after that fight that you had with Julia, but everything's going to be okay. I mean it. I can't wait to see you. Was kind of hoping that, you'd answer and I'd get to hear your voice, and just so excited to see you and everybody. And I'll see you soon. Bye.
Hey, Alice, it's Dakota. I got home. I sent you a text, but I haven't heard anything. And I wish you'd let me know if you got home safe. Normally, anytime we do something like this, we let each other know that we got home okay, so we're not freaking out all night. Didn't really run into any trouble on the way back from the old house. Met a skunk, though, which was pretty cool. But, yeah, if you could text me or just, call me back, let me know that you're okay, that you got home. That would be great. Thanks. I'll see you at school or whatever. Bye.
Hey, Alice, it's Evan. You know it's Evan. The voicemail, the call ID. Anyways, I'm sorry. So yeah, I guess I just wanted to call. I was thinking about you, and I know that you trusted me with something for you, and it really means a lot that you would trust me, and that just kind of lets me know that maybe that means something, and I was kind of just wondering if you would want to go to the movie sometime. Okay, yeah. So yeah, just give me, only if you want to, though. But yeah, just give me a call back. Okay, bye.
Hey, Alice, it's Jack. It's been a few hours, and I just wanted to call and tell you that I'm sorry. I shouldn't have come at you like that. You're an adult enough now that I shouldn't be trying to hold over you who you're allowed to hang out with and be around. And just please give me a call back. I'm getting a little worried.
Hey, babe, just calling to check up on you. I didn't hear from you last night, so just wanted to see how you're doing and, how everything went. Also, I got this really weird message. Someone said that they saw us together and they want to see more intimate moments, and that just really kind of creeped me out. It was really weird. Did you happen to get something like that too? It just, ugh. Anyway, yeah, just call me back whenever you get a chance. I miss you. Love you. All right, bye.
Alice's Missing has been kind enough to give us some debrief questions. I'm going to go over one at a time. The first one being, how do we feel? Is everyone okay?
Doing good.
I feel pretty good.
I feel great. That was awesome.
I feel so betrayed.
It was a roller coaster. It's definitely an experience. Definitely something different than I've gotten from any other game in the past.
For the first 15 minutes or so, I was like, what am I doing? And then I was like, oh no, the story is gripping me, and also I'm very frightened.
It's definitely a slow build.
Mm-hmm.
I really loved all of the improv that's pretty centralized in world building within the game. You have prompts that kind of lead you in the right direction, but the rest of it is just really up to you and your group to create, and I thought that was pretty cool.
The collaborative storytelling element was definitely a thing that I really liked.
And it got better the longer it went, too, because it's we just all took the information that we got, added it to our story, which added to the rest of the story, which it just kept feeding back in on itself.
Oh, yeah.
I pretty much agree with everyone. I noticed my information basically bled into theirs, and I was like, holy crap, this works so well to really tell that story.
I found a gun.
Now, was that a card, or was that just something that you said?
So
yeah, no, it was a card.
Ray and I were the only ones to go search at a location unprompted by a clue card, And
Yeah.
so we both pulled one of the search cards. I pulled a half full bottle of alcohol, and Ray pulled a loaded firearm.
Damn. Yeah, the way I was playing Evan was he was a lot of talk. So like, he was like, oh yeah, this barn thing, it looks pretty dangerous, and then would not offer to go and look.
Right.
Yeah, yeah.
Or like, oh yeah, I'm out looking around. It wasn't. It's just like one of those. He's just too scared to do anything himself,
Sure.
and that's kind of how I was playing him up.
That's perfect. The next question is, are there any loose ends in the narrative that we need to tie up?
I kind of want to know who she actually wants to be with, damn it.
I want to know what happened to Bria. Like, did she just casually disappear?
What was the history teacher doing there?
He did it.
It was him?
It was him.
Oh, I got that it was Ryan.
Mm-mm.
Okay, here's what I'm thinking happened, and everyone's welcome to their own theories. I'm just piecing together from the voicemails, the pre-character building, and what's gone on in the text. Alice and Ryan were thinking about running off together, but Alice was conflicted due to a relationship with Julia, and may have chosen not to do it last minute. Mr. Halvert is the one who might have sent the creepy message. It was Julia. Yeah, it was Julia was talking about. And seeing Alice in a vulnerable moment might have snatched her up, and possibly Bria too, in order to try to get them to do things together for him.
Okay.
And then, but Alice eventually got away, and Mr. Halvert was chasing her down, which is where Julia came upon them. And then Mr. Halvert tried to take Julia as well, but that's when me, Jack, and anyone else who was going to the train station showed up.
Gotcha.
Why is this too real? I don't like that.
And then Ryan was going crazy on me because Julia stopped talking, and probably the last conversation that he had had with Julia was about the fact that she and I had had that fight about that she shouldn't be hanging out with people that she was.
Right. I mean, and that's just my theory. If anybody else has anything else.
That makes total sense.
I think you hit the nail on the head with it. That definitely makes sense.
That does make sense. I was missing until the end the connectivity between the message that Julia had received and Halvert, but that makes sense, like, contextually.
All right, the next question is, what is something from your character that you'd like to carry with you?
None of it. None of it.
I want to break more windows.
Both good answers. Both good answers.
I want to find a gun. No.
Yeah, it's like the way it all started out, and then just how things progressed. It's like, man, Evan's kind of a creep.
A little
bit.
Like, he trying. I had friends like that in high school, to be honest.
He's loosely based off of people I may or may not know.
Well, let's just hope that Evan grew up and became a better person.
Probably a blacksmith in Stardew Valley.
That fucking cracks me up. Your voicemail was phenomenal, by the way.
It was so good.
The awkward. Maybe if you want to go to the movies sometime. Only if you want to, though. Like, if you don't want to go, then
There was something about that, like, big exhale after you asked the question that I was like, man, that's such a fucking mood, though.
I guess if I were to carry anything with me from Charlie was 100% based off of my own younger self and my own home life and how I was in school. So, if anything, it's been a long time since I've been in a place where I could feel that helpless, where I didn't think that everything needed to be solved by me, and I think I need to take that perspective and remember what that feels like.
Nice.
I also kind of based Jack, at least like the overprotective older brother part. That was absolutely me in high school. But I mean, it was kind of just nice to fall into like a weird, vaguely nurturing role, I think.
Yeah, I also don't think I want to take any of that with me because some of this is how I kind of used to be, kind of secretive, kind of not letting anybody in. But I do like the concern. Like, I'm still a very caring person, just like Julia is. But yeah, I didn't like any of that panic and any of that, oh my God, what's going on feel.
Yeah, I do not miss the helplessness of being a teenager and feeling like you need to solve very adult issues, but not having the resources really to do it to the best of your very teenage, very underdeveloped
Limited
skill set,
self.
mindset. Yeah.
But it is good to remember what it was like to be there.
Yeah,
And then
absolutely.
when you meet people who are there, it can help you be more empathetic. Last question. What is something, and this is going to be easy for Tiff and Baron here, what is something from your character you'd like to leave behind?
All of it.
The trauma. Because I mean, Julia's now gonna have this trauma for the rest of her life about being captured and who knows what else.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, don't. That's just gonna stay fiction.
Yeah, I think to be more specific with mine, like I said, I based this character off of people that I knew. And they are people I have left behind, literally. Literally. So me playing this character, the way it kind of happened, I pretty much used this character to embody all of those things. And really, there was one little thing in the game guide that really actually inspired me to do this. And it is, after these 90 minutes, we'll be leaving our characters behind forever.
Oh yeah.
So I really kind of like shoved everything I could of these people that I just now have outgrown, just can't stand, and I just am using this to just let it go.
That's
Beautiful.
honestly really lovely. Yeah.
Well, who wants to follow that?
Well, I think that I would like to leave behind a lot, especially for Dakota, the very standoffishness, anger that she feels. Part of this is something that's kind of close to me because I did kind of latch on to my best friend, who is still my best friend. Anything that I felt threatened her or threatened the friendship that we have in any way would immediately trigger me to be very standoffish towards that thing. And a lot of times that's not really necessary, especially when it's other people that are just living their lives. And I don't know if I necessarily conveyed much of that through group chat or if that was just kind of an internalized, this is the way I'm thinking and playing this character. But yeah, just being much more calm and confident in the friendship that I have and friendships that I will have. Yeah, that's all I got.
I mean, very similar on my end. I feel like Charlie was very possessive of Alice in his relationship with Alice, and that, he definitely viewed it as like a brother-sister relationship, but anything that could possibly get in the way of that or take any of Alice's time away from him was not something that he liked. And that's definitely something that can stay with Charlie and not come with me.
So like my motive, I had a bunch of stuff about like, being really afraid of the potentiality of what's going on, making conspiracies, jumping to conclusions, blaming yourself. And like, especially the blaming yourself thing, I took that to be like a crucial element of Jack as a character. Like I built off of that particular bit so much, but I have no intention of reversing the years of therapy that I've gone through to let go of that.
All right. I mean, that's all the questions they gave us for our debrief. Did anybody else have any thoughts on our story or just the game in general that they'd like to share?
I think it performed a lot better than I was expecting it to.
Yeah, I was really worried about, like, honestly, I think I was worried about the open world aspect of it, to be honest. The fact that besides, like, what it told us we weren't allowed to find her phone or one other thing of hers unless we pulled a card for it, but otherwise, like, everything was up to us.
Yep.
And I was really concerned about that kind of from the get-go, and then it all started flowing together really nicely.
I feel like there's definitely a wrong group of people to play this game with.
100%.
Absolutely.
Other than that, the game feels really well play tested. Like, it feels like they went through enough iterations of this with enough different people to know what works and what doesn't, and how to make these what seems like random elements, depending on what cards you pick, really come together to make a cohesive story, as long as you've got the right people helping you write it.
Yeah.
And I will say too that, like, I mean, I know we've got the veils and the X card and everything like that, but I would even still say, if you have an issue with trauma, especially in regards to like stuff like this may be a game you need to avoid for sure, because like I don't have those triggers, and I could still feel shit bubbling up.
I've got just a weird question, because I had a bit at the bottom of one of my cards that told me to flip a coin to decide what happened in this situation. Did you guys have any coin flip moments?
Nope.
I had no coin flip moment.
I'm pretty sure you're the only one.
Wow. Well, I flipped a coin.
I'm glad you had a coin present to be able to flip.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, if not a coin, somebody would have had a die or something.
Yeah. I definitely didn't have to get up and get a coin. Certainly not.
Yeah, it really feels like a fantastic game to play with people that are able to handle ambiguity.
Mm-hmm.
Does everybody feel like they would play this game again?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh yeah, I would. But I'd like to try different characters.
For sure.
I also think it would definitely depend on the people I'm playing with as well, for sure.
Oh yeah.
Now, to be fair, if you were playing this game at home, what we would do during character creation is we would shuffle up the characters and deal them out. Which is what I did, except for myself, of course. I was Charlie, because it says whoever the facilitator of the game is Charlie.
Right.
But for everyone else, I kind of set up this Discord and then started dealing cards out in front of me, and just like whatever showed up randomly, that's how we decided who got what clue cards, who got what characters, who got what motives. So all of this was random from the beginning, and if you were to play it again, you could absolutely end up with different characters, different motives, same character with a different motive, or who knows.
So there are like other character options that we didn't even get to like play for it then. Is that right?
These are all the characters, all the available characters. But as far as who got which character, that was random. And as far as who got what motive.
The motives and whatnot.
Yeah.
Okay,
So you could end up playing the same character with a different motive card, or a different character with a different motive. It's all random.
That's cool.
I actually kind of hope they put more games out like this.
Yeah, this is a lot of fun.
Like different characters, different themes.
There is an expansion for it that apparently tells an entirely different story.
Same characters?
I don't know. I have not purchased that expansion yet, so.
We'll have to get it for Rick for Halloween or something.
Oh yeah.
Maybe we'll meet to do this again and record for the podcast again.
I also think it would be pretty cool if there was a version where Alice was also part of it, but also she's doing all of these relationship things and maybe trying to get back too, but like separate.
Almost like a solo RPG that could be played separately, but you're
That
Alice.
would be really cool. Yeah.
Or kind of like how it is with Betrayal and House on the Hill, where you become the villain or whatever it is, but someone is Alice, but it's separate.
It would be cool, because I love games with betrayer aspects. It would be cool to play one where one of us is the reason why she's missing.
Shit.
You just hiding it the whole time?
When I first looked, when I was first looking at the important information, like watching the how-to and stuff, I was like, oh, there's so much possibility with like your motives and your secrets and everything that you could end up in a conversation where people are trying to point fingers at you.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, there's definitely a version of this where everybody gets antagonistic and starts fighting with each other.
Yeah.
That is actually why I private message Jack to tell him about my quote unquote secret, because I just knew that if I put it in the group chat, it would be very suspicious.
Oh, same. I only revealed my secret to 2 people because I didn't want them thinking that, like, you and Alice had gotten into a fight and then you, like, threw her into a creek or something.
There was actually an option on one of my cards where it was saying, someone knows something. There's got to be something, even someone in this group. And I'm like, ooh, that could cause some shit. I decided not to go that route. I was like, all right, let's try a different one because that could have been bad.
But yeah, thank you everyone for joining me and playing this game.
That was awesome.
Thank you for having us.
And thank you, listeners, for tuning in. Email us at castersguild@gmail.com. Let us know what other games you'd like to hear us play here on the podcast. Join us on the Discord. That's where all the fun stuff is happening. And we will see you in the next one. Bye-bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.
See you later. Bye.
Bye. It was nice to know you. Farewell.
See you later.
I did it.
What?